Bushido Shoshinshu, Code of the Samurai. Chapter 23. Military Service. Generally speaking, the official duties of warriors are twofold: combat and construction. When the world is at war, day in and day out there is a battle here, a skirmish there, a warrior cannot rest easy for even a day. Construction goes along with military operations. A stronghold here, a moat there, a barricade, a fort, an outpost. The back-breaking labor of all ranks on a rush construction job, which may continue day and night, is strenuous indeed. In times of peace there is no combat, so there is no construction for that purpose. Therefore the knights under a military commander, both great and small, are assigned various duties such as guard, escort, emissary, and so on. If people think that these civil duties are the real work of a knight, they do not call to mind combat and construction, the essential duties of warriors. When assistance for a public project is demanded of the barons by the shogun, even on rare occasions, and the expense, being large, is distributed among the knights of their establishments, so each can chip in a little, resentment and grumbling over this as an unwarranted expense ultimately come from ignorance of the fact that combat and construction are the essential duties of knighthood. Now when it comes to ordinary duties such as guard, escort, or emissary, if you think it terribly troublesome to do your everyday job, and you feign illness to pass the work on to your colleagues without giving it a second thought. Or in case of an emissarial duty, where you have to travel, if you are reluctant to get your travel expenses together and suffer the hardships of the road, and so you feign illness to leave the expense and bother to others, undaunted by the contempt of your colleagues. If your mission is to somewhere nearby, if you indulge in useless grumbling within earshot of colleagues about having to go out twice in one day or about going out in the rain, doing the job with a bad attitude even as you toil, then you are like a lackey or a squire wearing the skin of a knight. When knights born in the era of warring states went to battle, in summer the blazing sun beat down on them in their armor, in winter the cold wind blew right through their armor. They were drenched by the rain, covered by the snow. In the fields and mountains they slept pillowed on the sleeves of their armor, and they had only unpolished rice and salt soup to eat. Whether in open combat, in besieging castles, or in defending citadels, they suffered and toiled. The only thing they didn't experience was simple normality. When we think about it from this point of view, it is very lucky to happen to be born in an era of peace, when we hang mosquito nets in summer, wrap ourselves in nightclothes and quilts, eat what we like morning and night, and live in peace and comfort. So there is no good reason to think of domestic guard duty or local escort or emissarial duties as troublesome hardships. It is related that a famous warrior known as the Master Archer used to have a sign on his wall with 4 words he applied in everyday life: always on the battlefield. I note this for the edification of novice warriors. End of chapter 23.